back to 1947. It was first envisaged that customs unions would be allowed. So language was drafted on the American side allowing customs unions, and this was extended to free trade agreements. So we envisaged free trade agreements and customs unions from 1947. And that's now GATT Article 24. Under the GATS, it's GATS Article 5. So you have express recognition for regional trade agreements. What is really interesting is this. How do we make sure that these regional trade agreements obey the law? Well, starting in 2006, we realized that we can't force countries to be good. And so we applied something which trade lawyers call the Dracula Doctrine. And the Dracula Doctrine looks something like this. When you see something really evil happening, but you can't do anything about it, you cast light on it. And we call it the transparency mechanism, and it's been in place now. It's been in place. We get a lot of data about free trade agreements which are being negotiated. So that's where we're at the moment.
Excellent. Mike, you wanted to weigh in on this?
Yeah, one.
Yeah, let's see here. Let me help you. Where is the switch? I really don't know. You're laughing because you think I should know these things, right? Because I'm on TV, is that why? No. I really don't know. Hello. There you go. You
Just
have to
a quick
speak
point about this law, the legal aspect of it. When Article 24 was set up, it was prior to really any understanding of the economic effects of regionalism, frankly. The classic book that talked about the discrimination inherent in regionalism didn't come out until 1950, several years later. And so at the time, the idea was, well, if you don't raise tariffs on average and you drop them all and you include substantially all goods, it's got to be good. But then we found out, later, analytically, this could be a problem. And second, I want to mention that there are problems with the legal arrangements themselves. One could easily drive a truck through Article 24. It's so broad. And as a matter of fact, there's been no major agreement that's ever been denied because it didn't meet Article 24 arrangements, because it's just so broad. And the reason why there was an attempt at the WTO to try to tighten up the language, but the only thing that was ever defined, came out in December of 1994, was to define what a reasonable period of time would be, and that was generally 10 years. Otherwise, there's been no agreement because the member countries by now are all major sinners, and no one wants to sort of draw that in, which is unfortunate. And if you look at Jagdish Bhagwati, one of the things he's proposed is sort of try to make that a little bit tighter so that we get this lasagna effect I mentioned.